Brazil and Santos legend Pele died on Thursday. Sports in Minutes remembers the greatest moments of his incredible career. No player did more to popularize football's reputation as the beautiful game than the immortal Pele. The only male or female player to win 3 World Cups, the free-scoring forward also spearheaded one of the greatest club sides footballing history. His death leaves a devastating void in global sport, and below, let's recall some of the standout moments of a once-in-a-lifetime career. Pele made his professional debut all the way back in 1956, aged just 15. The legendary forward lined up for Santos. He had only signed a few months earlier following a successful trial against Corinthians Santo Andre. Pele scored in the 7-1 victory, kickstarting a golden era at the club that would span 18 years. It wasn't his best strike, with the teenager simply tapping home a rebound in the box. Then, in July 1957, Pele opened his international scoring account against Argentina no less. He was far from an established name in the Santos side at this stage, but impressed Brazil manager Silvio Perillo in a friendly organized to raise money for Sao Paulo's new stadium. A baby-faced Pele still managed to find the net at the Maracana, making it 2-1 to the Selecao. Pele introduced himself to a global football audience at the 1958 World Cup in Sweden. After featuring just once in the group stage, his tournament exploded in the quarter-final stage when he burst through the Wales backline to secure a 1-0 win and his side's progression. Things got even better in the semi-finals when Pele's hat-trick helped Brazil down the free-scoring Just Fontaine and France. And his legend was secured in the final when he grabbed a brace as the Selecao smashed host Sweden 5-2. His first goal in that game was typical of his brilliance. After taking down a deep cross in the box, he dinked the ball over brutish Swedish defender Bengt Gustafsson before watching it drop down from a great height and finding the bottom corner on the volley. While Pele's relentless touring schedule prevented him from winning the Copa America with Brazil, he only appeared in one tournament and managed to secure the Golden Boot. The forward did taste Continental glory at club level. In 1962, with the scores level after 2 legs in the Copa Libertadores final against Penarol, Pele carried Santos to victory in a playoff contested on neutral ground at Estadio Monumental. He grabbed a brace, including a game-changing strike just after halftime, as Santos earned their first ever South American title. A year later, the Alvinegro retained their crown, with Pele scoring in the final against Boca Juniors. Victory in these 2 games booked Santos a place in the Intercontinental Cup against European opposition. They made light work of their opponents both years. First beating Benfica, Pele scored 5 goals over the 2 legs, and then getting the better of AC Milan in another playoff. Due to the hectic nature of his touring schedule and arguments over what constitutes a competitive game, the exact number of goals Pele scored is disputed. However, on November 19, 1969, fans of Santos and Vasco da Gama jointly gave Pele a standing ovation after he notched what was recognized as his 1,000th professional goal. Incredibly, Pele was not even 30 when he reached this milestone, which puts his otherworldly ability to find the back of the net into some sort of context. Estimates of how many he scored by the time he hung up his boots vary considerably, with the man himself claiming he netted 1,283 goals back in 2015. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to watch more videos like this.